screen just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And on the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Raheem Mostert, the ball.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
On the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
Garoppolo.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And he finds Penny. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards, down to the 10. He was decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Makes the score.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
A play fake for Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He's going to let it go. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes, left side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, second down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. 54. Watch 54.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go, go, go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, Jones. And Tate's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Giants 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Jones. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 30-yard line.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Don't get nervous. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, 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 check. Free, free. Check that 18.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Switch up, switch up.
Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Check 15. Out. No.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the curve. 56.
throwing, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. This is Barkley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On the run is Kenny. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
At the Niners' 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And let's pin the mirrors back in 19. He's checking. Cracks. Check 3. Check 70 range.
Here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 33-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. I'm scared. 12. 54.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete out left to Ayuk. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more, eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. They intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
That incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. On the run, it's Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Here's Jones to throw on second down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And some space here. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
We'll line up for the
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard
line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy, one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'm a point to the bread until we all got them buckets. Yeah, the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Garoppolo on first down. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Ayuk. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Brandon Ayuk.
Second and 4.
6 brings up second and 4 at the Giants' 48-yard line.
Garoppolo again. And Kittle catching the slant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk. His third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Austin. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Giants 28, 49ers 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk. And now it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second and a yard, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Giants.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 63 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
And a 49er first down.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Finding Ayuk, middle of the field. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Situation, let's go. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go. Watch out.
12, fellas, here we go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We want this.
White.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. 15 yards on the play, first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
10-yard line.
A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
yards to go.
21. Here we go. Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He'll fire this deep. And got his man. Complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Taken down. Right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Drop deep, 56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56. Here we go, D.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 8. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.